The Breakup is a vulgar podcast for vulgar people. Enjoy.
I told you not to touch it. I told you not to touch it. I told you not to touch it. You broke it. I told you not to touch it. I told you not to touch it. I told you not to touch it. You broke it. I told you not to touch it.
And 2 Baconator sandwiches from Wendy's.
Oh,
Put together.
it's a Jacob sandwich you always
With
wanted.
fries in the middle. No, poutine in the middle.
You're making my colon drool. That sounds horrible.
That happens when you get older. So I would watch for that.
Well, I guess that's as good a place as any to start.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to The Breakup, the podcast about destroying the things that you love by giving them away. It's a 2-drink minimum here tonight at The Breakup, and I am over that limit.
Just chug it all. My name is Jacob Waskow, your co-host and also designated driver for the evening. Thanks, Ontario, you stupid fucking shitty province.
My name is Sam, and I
hate
forgot
you.
to introduce us last time, so I'm introducing us twice. My name is Sam, and this is Jacob. Delicious vodka. Okay.
You gotta ease off. You're already heavy on the sauce. We've barely talked about what we forced each other to watch this week. Are you coping?
I'm coping.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Is Macon okay?
Everyone's okay. Everyone's okay. Everyone's okay.
All right.
This is going to be the most incomprehensible beginning we've ever done. Something I wanted to address before we got into it, and I don't, you know me, I'm so hesitant to get serious on our stupid podcast. I owe JoJo's Bizarre Adventure an apology.
No,
I
stop,
do. I do.
stop.
I absolutely do.
No, you're fucking with me. This is a dream. This is Dream Zone. Escape from Margarita Zone. I don't want this.
No,
What's happening?
It's a real apology because I encountered something this week that I actually hated. I legitimately hated.
Oh my god.
And I'm not going to talk about that because I don't want this to be about like ragging on things people like, even though that is exactly what this show is about. But I owe JoJo an apology because I hated it, but I hated it in a fun way. I had fun hating it. I didn't have fun hating this thing that I encountered this week, which was a book.
You can name the thing.
I just don't want to be inflammatory. I've already been very inflammatory about Jupiter Ascending, and I just don't want to. I don't want this podcast to be about negativity.
Sam, let me bring this back a little bit for you. How many positive reviews have I given to you? Can you count them? Can you count any?
If we count them all up, it's like it amounts to one.
Yeah, I've given over the course of this about a number that amounts to 1 positive review. I am the most negative. Oh my god, Rick, edit that out. I am so negative to everything you like.
Oh, that's not a
I
good.
despise almost everything. And here you are being like, no, I want to take the moral high ground here because I'm not that.
That's not a good sign of what you're going to think of the thing I got you to do this week.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just get into this. Okay. Hey Jacob, what did you make me watch this week?
I made you watch the 2003 thriller horror Korean film Oldboy. So I believe this is the part where you try and give me a summary.
Yes, I do have a summary prepared. Would you like to hear it?
Oh my god, I would love to hear it. Tell me, you wise old man.
All right. This is my summary of Oldboy. Oldboy is a children's film about a sad man looking for his squid, Oldboy the squid. The man is in a room for a while, and he does not want to be there. I do not have my squid, he says, but the bad men say, you should have taken care of your squid that you had. You are a bad man. And then the people let him go, and he meets a nice dog. He pets the nice dog, and she tells him that he shouldn't be sad, but he is still sad. So he goes to have sushi, and he meets a nice lady who is not important to the narrative at all. And she says, oh, you look sad. Here is your squid. You left him in the squid daycare, but you forgot, and we did not make sushi. He finds his squid, and nothing bad happens. The end.
I didn't laugh. Basically. I feel I'm really irritated about the fact you forgot about the dumplings. I think that's what I'm most mad about is the dumpling thing, because that's one of the better bits of that entire fucking thing. That and the hammer scene.
Tell me why you like this before I describe why I like it. That is the way we do this podcast. Now you fucking
Oh,
laugh.
man,
Now you
so-
fucking laugh. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so, well, I feel like you like it.
Who knows?
That's the thing that...
I'm not allowed to spoil
No, you
things. Or
just
I'm
said
accused
why
of being a
I
cheat.
like it. Those are the words.
I said, why do you
those are
like
the
it?
words-
Why do you like it?
No, and then you said, and then we go to why. God damn it! Fine. I like Oldboy because it's. I don't want you to think that it's a good mystery, because no, as described in Mulholland Drive episode whatever, this is a shitty mystery. What I really do like about it, on the other hand, is it's a good thriller in that though you don't quite understand the reasonings for things, you feel quite a strong connection with the main character and the horror that he goes through, the psychological isolation and so on and so forth. You feel a strong bit of empathy towards that character and what they have to go through. The second thing I quite like about it is, much like every action film produced outside of the United States, because fuck action films from the United States, the action in this movie is really, 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 really good. The hammer scene in Oldboy is not something you could get in Hollywood. It would have taken too much time and too much money to make. And it's bits like that that are just priceless. So tell me your thoughts on this. Because you haven't been interrupting me.
No, I have not.
Because remember, when we agree on things, that's not funny.
I know. And this is probably not going to be very fun. Well, maybe this part is not going to be a very funny episode. I really liked it. Obviously, it's a twisty film noir thriller. Like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you take me for? I was going to like Oldboy. I loved Oldboy.
I'm
so mad now.
I feel like this was the test. If you liked Oldboy, it meant I had figured you out. that there was no more relationship for us to climb, and that you were that predictable. But I feel like we could talk about let's talk about Oldboy's ending.
Actually, I wanted to say, well,
okay.
can I say what I liked about it, which is slightly
Sure.
different from you?
Go ahead.
I really like the drama. I like the human story, like the human interest story that it's about, and how horrifying it is. And you know what? It's weird because I bitched about like edgelordy stuff in Berserk and whatnot, but I like that. Okay, we should actually I'm gonna say hard spoiler warning for this because this is a good movie and you should go see it.
Yeah, so don't watch the remake. The remake's terrible.
No,
apparently. Just don't do that. Just watch it. Pause the podcast right now. Go watch it. It's like 2 hours.
It's like an hour and something like that.
It's an hour and a bit. Pause this right now. Go watch it, and we'll be back. All right, welcome back.
Welcome back to the break. No, I'm not doing that again. I like the part where he cuts off his tongue. That is an amazing cinematic
It's fucking
moment.
horrifying.
It's It's an amazing moment of cinema.
Yeah.
I love the villain. The villain is one of the best villains I've ever seen in a movie. Like, that guy is, not only do you empathize with him, but you fucking hate him because he's such a loathsome person.
Well, basically, it's like, okay, imagine if you, because the real sort of trick to this is, if you were in the bad guy's shoes and were competent like the bad guy is, you would have probably done something like this to fuck over the guy who ruined your life. This is like just utter victory for the villain. And you feel like, as horrible as it is, it's like, yeah, if I felt that strongly, I would feel like, yeah, I did good here. I did everything I wanted.
I feel very strongly about the man who witnessed me having incestuous sex with my sister. I feel that justifies everything I've done.
Yeah, everything I've done.
Ugh.
I feel like incest has been a common theme, given
I was just going to
JoJo
say,
and
it's
now
interesting.
this.
Yeah, it's interesting how these things seem to crop up. We had JoJo last week, and this week we had Oldboy, and the theme of incest seems to be growing.
I need to stop. I need to just fucking ease off on the incest, apparently. It's not since I ever thought I would ever want associated with me, but here we are.
Here we are. Here we stand.
But unlike JoJo is very obviously trying to do laughs and failing miserably.
Yeah.
This was actually just horrible.
No, it was truly horrible. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. Like, it's such a me movie, and again, this wasn't. I didn't think when you recommended it, oh, that's so out of left field. Jacob would never like Oldboy or something like that. Because like I said last time, I knew the twist. But it interests me that this is your kind of movie because I don't think of you as liking really, really grotesquely violent, dark shit like that.
Don't usually. That's the thing. Oldboy is very out of left field for me. Or maybe as I've gotten older, I've just become more jaded and sad and needing more horror inflicted upon myself and the world to get by in life. What were we talking about again?
Good question.
Why do you laugh?
I don't know. Because you told
Maybe
it as
I
a
need
joke.
help.
Because you told it as a joke. You set up that punchline where you were going to get mad at me for laughing, and it was a joke. It was a fucking joke, and you set me up for it so that you could yell at me.
It works every time.
It works every time.
So yeah, basically the ending to Oldboy, and it comes up a lot for like movie snobs, where it's like, oh yeah, the ending to Oldboy, is what really nails it. Unlike them though, because I'm really in love with the hammer scene, but also there are a lot of like sort of bits, like the fucking as soon as he gets out and there's the guy on the roof. That whole thing.
I really wondered about that scene, actually. I was wondering what that even meant. Especially, like, there's a dog there, and the guy is just... Is that guy supposed to be associated with the thing that's been done to... Is it Odaisu?
I always interpret it as literally, he is just some dude.
Yeah.
And he just walked in on an attempted suicide.
I mean, the movie is interesting because... I did some research afterwards, and what I found to be interesting is, as a theater nerd... there are tons and tons of references to the Greek tragedy Oedipus Rex, which need not expand upon that. But what's interesting is that Western critics have really glossed over that and not looked at that at all. And so I wondered if, like, that particular scene, having read Oedipus Rex, maybe it had a reference to that, or if there was... I mean, it was just like a weird existential scene, which is kind of another thing I liked about the movie.
Well, I think if we were going to say, yeah, this is based off Oedipus Rex, then the existentialism of it works, because the whole point of Oedipus Rex is Oedipus being told, oh, you're going to ruin everything, everything's going to go terribly, don't do it.
Don't do it.
And that's basically what, spoiler, the Suicide E talks about, is just like, don't even try, everything gets ruined eventually.
Yeah, pretty much.
If I recall. And the guy's like, no, you can't tell me what to do, I've been trapped in a fucking... room or whatever for 19 years. Basically, is there anything else we want to say about this?
It's a really good movie. I think, maybe... I guess if I had to critique it, it's not the greatest about the female characters. But I feel like that's
apparently that's
par
a theme
for
for me, so you're just going to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Apparently you're just going to have to get used to that shit.
Yeah. But I feel like that's all. There are other avenues you can read about that, and I'm just going to be repeating myself on that factor.
Yeah.
There are definitely some moments that are problematic, but again, you can like problematic media. This is an ethos of mine, is that there's nothing wrong with liking things that have aspects that you do not care for. You just have to acknowledge that.
Sam, I'm gonna have to just sort of say, I think you've said that every podcast we've done. So I feel like this is an attack against me at this point.
It's an extremely harsh attack against you. Although I will say, Kill 6 Billion Demons is the exception.
That's true. Kill 6 Billion Demons is very positive towards women. Read it.
Yeah,
Why haven't you read it yet? Go.
Dear listeners, go read Kill 6 Billion Demons. I cannot emphasize that enough, how great it is. I feel like maybe you peaked on that one. Maybe like that was the ultimate thing you're going to send me, and then nothing else will do.
See, you say that, but this is your punishment round.
I know.
This.
I know.
And it only goes up. It only goes up. It only goes up. It only goes up.
I'm really afraid. I've got to tell you.
Yeah, you have to be terrified. Let the terror become you. Become the fear, and it can't hurt you anymore. Sun Yat-sen said that. What the hell did you make me watch?
On to the next one? Okay.
What the hell did you make me watch?
I made Jacob watch Canadian beloved miniseries, Slings and Arrows, about a fictional Shakespeare festival.
Sure.
I made him watch season 1, which I believe is 6 episodes.
Yes, it is 6 episodes.
All right. Would you like to, Maestro, summarize Slings
I do
and
not
Arrows?
have a summary prepared this week. 2 weeks in a row. I've been a bad boy.
Ooh.
But I'm just going to go one off the top of my head here.
All right, rock and roll.
I feel like it's going to be a pretty easy one. Just shuffling my papers here. Hamlet is a play about a Danish prince who's kind of a bit of a fucking depressing, gloomy piece of shit. As the theme of incest continues this week,
Why are you capable of making me laugh in these stupid, made-up summaries, even off the cuff, and I cannot get a giggle out of you? I didn't get a single giggle out of you the first time I did it last week, and that was fucking hysterical. Thank you very much. I played that for several people, and they thought that was very funny.
Well, I'm glad that this is all about you and your pain, and you feeling like you're doing a bad job.
It's never not going to be about me, Jacob. It's never not going to be about me.
Well, you're interrupting my fucking summary here.
Continue your summary of Hamlet.
I don't actually remember the rest of Hamlet. But basically, Slings and Arrows Season 1 is Hamlet. It is Hamlet, the TV show. It is about Hamlet.
That is completely inaccurate, actually.
You do not have the exact same... It's a bunch of pretentious artists being like, I'm sad. I'm sad because I was too good an artist. I hit my peak. And then, I'm so sad I got drunk and hit by a truck. And so on and so on and so on. Until, bless her heart, the only good character in the show goes, I hate all you artists. All you self-centered assholes. You're all pieces of shit.
That is the best scene in the show.
Yeah. And basically, everyone sort of pauses for a minute, and then they presume acting like fucking children or fucking members of parliament or whatever until the end, and then one guy vomits a lot. The end. That's Slings and Arrows.
I was really hoping maybe somehow you would like this one.
Here's the joke, Samwise.
Oh no.
I did like it.
Hang on.
You're trying to record this for posterity, aren't you? Like a double.
I need to...
No, all right. Well, while we're waiting for Sam's fucking cue to sort of fire up and for him to get ready, let me talk to you, listener, about what works about Slings and Arrows.
I thought I had the Hallelujah chorus on my Winamp, and I do not. So just continue with what you're saying.
Do you need a minute? We could take another break if you want to go.
No, I'm good. The moment's passed.
Download another fucking. All right.
The moment is gone. Okay. It is gone forever.
My main gripe with the show, and it's a pretty big gripe though, is that there are points where it just moves like molasses, and it's not every episode, but there's like 3, which is half of the fucking season, where they're just huge swaths of like, I don't know what's going on. I don't care. It's just establishing things I already know. Ad infinitum.
Can I break in and say why?
Yeah, why do you like this piece of shit? Why?
That's become the catchphrase of our show. Why do you like this piece of shit?
Why do you like this garbage Sam laid on me?
Okay. I mean, the really obvious reason is that I think it's really funny. And as a person who did school for theater, it's very true. Yeah. Like, it's very, very accurate.
I feel like
I felt kind of awful and weird.
I felt kind of awkward sort of watching this because it seemed like comedy for theater majors.
It kind of is. I will admit that. It is a little bit for that, but
yeah.
You know the guy who plays what is his name?
Oliver?
No, the executive.
Oh, Richard.
Richard is played by Mark McKinney of Kids in the Hall. And that's sort of like...
Sam,
yes.
there might be Americans listening to this at some point. They won't know who Kids in the Hall are. They just won't.
No, they know.
No.
They know.
They could be young. They could be dumb. They won't.
No, I'm not gonna fill them in. They gotta look it up themselves. So I like the theater aspect because it is weirdly true to life and it's really funny. And I like stuff about Shakespeare. And I also think the protagonist is one of the better... Like, so many shows, the protagonist is kind of a boring person compared to everyone else, whereas I think Jeffrey and his neuroses are really, really interesting. And I would recommend, if you did like the show enough, I would recommend watching the other 2 seasons, because I think it gets, I don't know if I would say it gets better, but it definitely picks up the pace.
I feel like I would, and I'm surprised by me saying that I would continue watching this, but I'm busy with this.
Yeah, that's true.
I need to fucking set aside time to make sure that my baby boy here, Sammy, gets his reviews and his choices all locked and loaded.
Need that content.
You're my priority, baby. You're my number one. So, what are we talking about?
Okay, why do you tell me? Okay, you kind of liked it. You actually he liked it.
Well, I didn't find
Mikey
it
liked
as
it.
funny as you do.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, because it's all just jokes for artists. I did laugh out loud like twice, which
Which is huge for you.
yeah, no, that's huge. That's huge for me in terms of suggestions from friends and family. I just found it sweet and touching.
It is sweet. No, it
Yeah.
actually is.
Like, I think basically the last episode kind of really sold it for me. Because for like the first 5, it's good, but there's the molasses issue, the jokes. Since I'm not just up my own asshole in terms of being a theater director, artist, writer, like some people here on the podcast. But
I have an answer to that, but keep going.
basically, the last episode of the very earnest sort of, listen, Jack is one of the characters in this, and he is a successful American movie star, despite apparently being both a terrible actor and bunches of terrible movies. He has a heart-to-heart with Jeffrey, and they fucking do the play after being juked out by Richard, who had to sabotage it by, like... I will say that is kind of a negative, although an understandable negative, is problematically it portrays a woman who is interested in being in a dominant position in a sexual relationship as a villain.
No, that's true. I'll give you that.
See, now I can throw shade at you, motherfucker.
I know we've broken the barrier. I've set you something that has a small aspect that is somewhat problematic.
Well, no, I didn't give a shit. Yeah, this is okay.
Because
but for you would be like, uncomfortable.
No, I don't really see. I don't really remember thinking that was a problem, but I probably possibly would now. I'd have to rewatch it. I was gonna say the one thing I take issue with is that, yes, it is about a bunch of people who are up their own assholes, but the joke is always on them. I mean, there is an obvious love of theater and Shakespeare, but the joke is always that they are completely oblivious to like how you should probably live your life. Like, they're just so pathetic in some ways, and that all they have is this terrible Shakespeare. It's this terrible Shakespeare festival. And yeah, the protagonists can be kind of losers. You know my theory of like the most interesting protagonists are losers.
And I agree with you on that, and I think that's perfectly fine. But I don't know. I can't think of a fucking retort to this shit.
So you really liked you felt the last episode cemented things.
Yeah, the last episode really sold it for me.
Yeah.
Overall, I would give it like a thumb and 3/4 up.
Okay, I finally did it. I got you to watch something you like.
Well, yeah, I mean,
again, it was kind of it's a middling review, but it's better than anything else I've sent you. I will take that.
Yeah,
I will take that.
I feel like you can mount that on your wall. Just mount the MP3 for this on your wall, and you'll feel happy about yourself. I will make it for you.
I actually was going to ask. I think the part that drags in the show is the romance part, and it sounds like it kind of came together for you at the end.
See, I disagree. I think the romance works. Like, there's one part I think that's kind of like it's slow, but it's right at the beginning, for me at least, where.
You're full of surprises today.
Well, the parts that really drag for me actually are villain team Richard and what was her name? Holly?
I've literally forgotten her name. She's not that important.
Oh yeah, where it's just like, I get it. She doesn't like Shakespeare.
I won't spoil it for you because I actually feel like potentially you could watch more of it. The second season, Richard's story is way funnier and way more interesting.
Well, I'm hesitant to believe you, but I will trust you. I will trust you on this.
All right. So yeah, final verdict is a thumb and a half up.
Thumb and a half up.
Where we're at?
Pretty good.
Thumb and a half up. I will fucking take that.
Yeah.
I will put that in the bank.
Yeah, just stuff those severed thumbs in there. It'll be good. It'll put in a nice mutual fund for you. So this wasn't very funny. We got
Not up your assholes for once.
We got to really rail it in for what is the common theme between our choices here.
Okay, all right. See, I didn't come in thinking of one this time, so
neither did I. So we're just gonna have to sit here and think until we come up with a fucking D word that works.
I would. Okay, how about dissolution?
I'm sorry,
Or
could you bring that up out of the dictionary here for us people? Because I don't really know if we can handle a word that big. How many syllables is that, Jim? Jim?
Nope. I'm not buying into your bullshit this time.
God damn it, that's all I have.
Or okay,
Distrust? I would go distrust.
Oh, there you go. That's it. I was wrong.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm a pretentious dick.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that in my bank, and we're gonna see just how much money I can make off of that. How you doing?
All right, distrust. I like
Distrust.
it. I love it. Our bank account is very full of thumbs and distrust
Well,
and pretension.
that's why I go to a credit union. So, Sammy boy, so tenacious of life. What did you get for me this week?
Well, this week, kind of, we'll call it a theater doubleheader, and I'm really
God
hoping
damn
you
it.
actually haven't seen this. I would like you to watch, or rather, you have no choice in the matter.
Yeah.
Tom Stoppard's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy because I'll watch that. I'll happily watch that because it's your punishment game this week. I feel like we should have a good sound effect, like a Inception bah or something. Could you edit something in? Edit in something royalty free and good. Punishment game time.
Okay.
So I sat and I thought, what would be something that just works?
Achilles in his tent. He thought of how he would torture his best friend.
What would be torturous, work within a week, and be something like I'm going to subvert the rules on you here a little bit, just a bit,
Okay.
because it's not a requirement for me to like what I'm about to send to you.
Well, you could. Well, no, we talked about this. You have to like it even just a little bit.
Yeah.
Ironically, just a little.
Even
bit.
ironically,
just a little bit.
there is nothing ironic about this, love. I love what I'm about to give to you.
I'm so scared.
Really, I feel you should know what it is.
Okay, lay it on me, baby.
You are going to listen to Death Grips' breakout hit, The Money Store. You're going to listen to Anthony Fantano's Strong 8 Light 9 album choice, The Money Store by Death Grips. And you and me, we're going to bond over this. Because here's the real horror of the story, Sam.
No.
You're going to start out not liking it. And then as you go through, you're going to start listening to it again. And then you'll be like me. Sam, we have a spiritual connection right now, you and I.
Is it like a spiritual connection in the sense that like Satan affects all our lives and we are steeped in sin?
Well, here's the thing. See, I say Money Store, but the last time we did music, I got you to listen to 2 albums, and I think I should put another album on here.
You put a soft ban on music. I was almost going to do music this week.
Yeah, I know, but here we are. It's fucking torture round for you and me.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But I feel like
Oh boy.
since my goal is to make you really appreciate this music, I'm just going to leave it for the one album. Maybe listen to it twice.
It's not likely. You've made me listen to Death Grips before, and I seem to remember it did not go well.
You listen to the lighter, the less accessible.
Oh God.
This is the everyman's Death Grips.
I'm so scared. It's just gonna be, well, it's good comedy. My pain is your laughter.
If you hate it, we'll laugh it up.
We'll laugh together.
You'll laugh through the tears. But if you like it, I win. I'll say who does when, what, where, and when. I deal
I'm
the
just
cards.
waiting for you. I'm waiting you to cheat, you motherfucker. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the day. You're just like, you know what, Sam? I'm going to admit this. Out of the goodness of my heart, I cheated this time. I looked it up beforehand, or I told enemy of the podcast, Jesse Cowell, what I thought of it. And you just gave it like, take mercy upon me, Sam. And I'm going to say no.
The game, Sam, is mine.
Only for now.
Beware.
We'd like to thank Irritating Rainbow for our theme song, You Broke It, from the album Where the Truck Go. You can find that on iTunes. Actually, before we end, I wanted to say Jacob and I have lined up some guests, potentially. Not like the next episode, obviously, but possibly in the next few, maybe in like 3 or 4.
the foreseeable future, there may be guest episodes.
Yeah.
And the savings go on to you, listener, where with every guest, you'll get twice the fun, or I guess an extra third of the fun. We're not doing doubles.
Nope.
No.
So yeah, look forward to that. People who have literally not heard this show yet. Jacob, do you have a final thought to take us out?
I was actually going to ask you the same thing. I always get the
No,
fun.
I had it last time.
Really? Wow.
I played the song.
Oh, that's true. But I screamed no a lot. Shouldn't you scream no this time?
Give me something to scream about.
I would like to ask viewers, listeners, to have your thoughts and prayers out for Samuel here to convert him to the ways of Death Grips.
Bye, everybody.
Bye!
I'm gonna get you to laugh one day in this summary. You didn't find the squid funny.
Oh, right! At the sushi bar, there's the squid.
There's a squid.
And he eats it! Oh, that was funny. Oh, I'm sorry.